असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय.
Hello students, we are in the 15th lesson now. Our topic is the making of independent India's constitution. Right? So independent India's constitution. Before independence, we didn't have any constitution. That you guys remember that we followed British's rule. British's rules imposed on us, and we didn't follow. If we didn't follow that, they forced us to follow. Okay, and many times we protested against of the British laws during British period. But now, whenever Britishers are decided to give independence to India, then there is a need of an independent India's constitution. Britishers wanted to give independence to us, then definitely we need a new constitution. Right? Right. What is constitution? What is probably constitution? What is the accurate meaning of the constitution? It's probably asked in examinations for 1 mark or 2 mark. Constitution. So what is constitution? Constitution is a supreme law of a land. Constitution is a supreme law. If anybody didn't follow the constitution, they will be punished. Each and everyone must follow the constitution. Right? Each and every citizen in a country, they have to be obey the constitution. They have to follow the constitution. Right? Who will check who are following the constitution or not? Courts are the watchdog of the constitution. Courts are watchdog of the constitution, isn't it? Because example, 10th class examinations were postponed due to the coronavirus. But the government wants to continue the examinations, right? But some of the members, they went to High Court and they complained that Telangana government is continuing the examination. It may be threat to the students. Then the court ordered to stop the examination of the 10th class, isn't it? Hence, the government followed, government accepted, and government postponed the examination. So that is the supreme law of a land. So in our India, supreme law is constitution. Nobody can breach the law. Nobody can go beyond to the constitution. So that's what it is called as supreme law of a land. Next, it is a document. It is a document of people's faith. It is a document of people's faith and aspirations. Constitution also, it is a document and document of people's faith and aspirations. In the Constitution, we can see people's faith and their aspirations. So how we can see people's faith and aspiration in the Constitution? Example, what are the faith and what are the aspirations? These aspirations were justice, equality, liberty, fraternity. These are the examples of the aspirations which we didn't have during British period. These all are justice, equality, liberty, fraternity. We didn't have during British period. So this is our aspirations. Yes, we want justice, we want equality, we want liberty, we want fraternity and unity. So this is our faith. This is our aspirations. So that in the constitution is also people's faith, equality, or people's faith and aspirations also will be added. Right? So this is the constitution, definition of the constitution. Example, the aspirations were justice, equality, liberty, fraternity, etc. were not available during the British period, and we fought for that. We, Subhash Chandra Bose, Mahatma Gandhi, Jawaharlal Nehru, Bhagat Singh, many people, they fought against of the British laws. They want justice, equality. Right. Let us compare. In the textbook they are given about 3 countries preamble. 3 countries preamble. 3 countries preamble. What is the preamble? Preamble means first page of the constitution. If anybody wanted to see what is there in the constitution, you need not to go page by page. You just read the preamble, that is first page of the constitution. If you read first page of the constitution, you understand that what will be there in the constitution, what aspirations, What kind of people's faith was added in the constitution? We make it little idea. This preamble, the first written constitution is US. First written constitution is US, and first country to adopt a preamble is also US. Okay, and US constitution is smallest constitution. India's constitution is lengthiest constitution and handwritten constitution. It was written constitution, and India also adopted preamble from the US. If you open the book first, there will be a contents, some preface will be there, preface, first page. So that first page is called as preamble. Let us compare, let us see different countries' preambles now. Different countries' preambles, let us see once. Nepal preamble. In the Nepal preamble, they mention that people's mandate in favor of democracy. People's mandate in favor of democracy means, in the preamble, they say that we gave importance to the democracy. People wants democracy. People all are in Nepal were favored for democracy. Second, commitment to democratic values and norms. They says the Nepal preamble says that we are the Nepal people. We are completely commitment. They are committed for democratic values and norms. They are committed for the democratic norms and values. And again, multi-party democracy, civil liberties like fundamental rights, adult franchising, elections, freedom of press. These all they adopted. Before these all are not there in the Nepal. Nepal, there was no democracy was there. Nepal, there was no democratic values and norms are there. Nepal, no multi-party system was there. Nepal, no civil liberties. In Nepal, no fundamental rights, no adult franchising, no elections, no freedom of press. So that's what the people want this. During British period, we in our country we don't have this justice, equality, liberty, fraternity. So that whenever we made a constitution, new constitution, we made it. We add these all of the objectives in the constitution. Right? Next, abolition of monarchy. They say the preamble of Nepal says that abolishing monarchy. They abolished the monarchy. They abolished the monarch. Monarch means king. They removed the king. Finally, interim constitution. They started to make interim constitution in 2063. That means 2007. Now in Nepal, 2075 year is going on. 2075 years going. For us, 2020, but for them 2075 or 76 year is going on according to the Nepal calendar. Different countries may follow different calendars. So according to the Nepal calendars, they started to make constitution. So what did we understand? These things are not available for the Nepal's people because it was under the king's rule. So they wanted to remove the king and they wanted to establish democracy. They wanted to establish democratic values and norms. They wanted to make multi-party democracy. They wanted to give civil liberties, fundamental rights, adult franchising, elections, freedom of press, abolishing monarchy. So these things they wanted to do. Finally they did. This is Nepal's preamble. So what did we observe? These are the faith and aspirations of the Nepal people. They fulfilled it. The faith and aspirations of the Nepali people we can see in the preamble. Majority of the Nepal people, they want these things in their constitution, in their country. So that's what they made this kind of preamble. Let us see the Japan. What the Japan people's faith and aspirations? What are the faith and aspirations of the Japan people? First, peaceful cooperation. The people of Japan want peaceful cooperation. They want peaceful cooperation with other countries, with others. Sir, why they are asking peaceful cooperation? Because Japan faced 2 atom bombs in Second World War. So they afraid that we doesn't want that kind of very terrified situation. We doesn't want very dangerous situation. We want peace. Yeah, next. Universal principle of mankind. Universal principle of mankind we want. Mankind means help to each other, not to destruct. Universal principle of mankind, helping nature is we want. preserve security. We want the secure the people. We want, because this kind of the security was not there during the Second World War. They don't know that when America will come, when Russia will come, when other country will come and drop the bombs on Japan. They don't know. It was very, every day, every night they were living with very terror and very fear. Okay, they are frightened. What was happening? Faith of peace. They believed in the peace because there was huge people who had died in the atom bomb, which was dropped by USA 1945, 6th August and 9th August on Hiroshima, Nagasaki. That you already know. Reject and revoke all laws and ordinances. They revoked previous laws. Whatever the laws they made before, all the laws were cancelled. They rejected, they revoked, they cancelled. Right to live in peace, free from fear. So, what the people of Japan want, they wanted to right to live in peace. They wanted to live in a peaceful environment without fear. They wanted to live free from fear. Before that, all the people of the Japan, they lived in the fear. They don't have a peace. They don't have a peaceful coexistence. There was no security. There was no peace. So they adopted the peace. You read the Japan Preamble everywhere. Human relationship, peaceful coexistence, peace, social security, free from fear. So these things, because during 1945, whenever the kingdom monarchy was there, this peace was not there to them. So that's what, whenever they got chance to make the constitution, they adopted their faith and aspirations in the preamble. They adopted their faith and aspirations in the preamble. Now let us see India's preamble. The preamble of India starts with the we, the people of India. We, the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign. India is a sovereign, socialistic, secular, democratic republic. Sovereign, socialistic, secular, democratic republic, and secure all its citizens to justice, liberty, equality, fraternity. If you read India's preamble, you understand what is the character of the Indian Constitution. You need not read entire Constitution. Just you read preamble of the Constitution, then you understand that what is the nature of the Constitution. The nature of the Indian Constitution is sovereign, socialistic, secular, democratic republic, and it also securing all the citizens for justice, liberty, equality, fraternity. So these are the faith, and we can say that yes, in the preamble, faith and aspirations of the people also included in the preamble. So this is the first topic, the Constitution and preamble. I told to you, I gave a clear-cut meaning of the Constitution and preamble, first page of the Constitution, and different preambles we compared, and also we compared that with the different people aspirations, isn't it? Now let us move slowly into the topic. Yeah, let's start with the background of Nepal. Just now we saw that Nepal people, they abolished their monarch. How? Why it was happened? Let us see the background of Nepal. Background of Nepal. Yeah. So Nepal was monarchy. First of all, Nepal was under monarchy. Means Nepal was ruled by king. Okay. So in 1959, first time elections were held. For 1959, first elections were held in Nepal. First time elections were held in Nepal. At the time, Mahendra was the king. Okay, Mahendra was the king. King was Mahendra. Whenever 1959 first elections were held, within a year, this government was overturned. Means cancelled. Within a year, this was overturned. This elected government was cancelled by the king. I repeat, 1959 first time elections were held in Nepal, but within a year, king was cancelled the government. Then from that time onwards, there was a struggle for democracy. struggles for democracy. They are starting for the democracy. We want democracy. We want this thing. We want that thing. So the people of Nepal forcing the king to accept for the democracy. To accept the democracy. In 1991, democratic government was formed. Though this government was set up by Nepal Congress Party. King was involving. Always king was involving in the elections or in the government. So that Nepal Communist Party of Nepal, they are objecting this involvement of the king. So they are demanding for a complete democratic values. They are demanding for a complete government, complete democratic government. Finally, Communist Party of Nepal, they started movement. They started movement that is democratic movement. Democratic. They started movement. Communist Party of Nepal, they started movement that is for democracy. Finally, in 2007, all the people, majority of the people, they supported Communist Party of Nepal. Majority of the people, they supported Communist Party of Nepal and they actively participated in the movement. Finally, in 2007, King of Nepal, his name is Gyanendra. Okay, Mahendra's son, Gyanendra was forced to flee. So, abolished monarchy. They abolition of monarchy. Yeah. Whenever this abolition, they started to make a new constitution for Nepal. They started to write new constitution for Nepal. Yeah. What is constitution? Constitution, we discussed that constitution provides basic principles. It is a document, supreme law of a document, which can be fulfill faiths and aspirations of the country people. The double purpose of the constitution. First, in the constitution, outlining the role and rights of the citizen. Outlining the role and rights of the citizen. Okay, outlining the role and right of the citizen as well as defining the structure. Structure of government and its organs like executive, judiciary and legislature. So what did we understand? One side of the constitution has two sides of a coin. One side outlining the role and rights of the citizen. I am a citizen of a country. What are rights and what are my roles also there in the constitution? What are your roles and what are your rights also there in the constitution? As well as defining the structure of the government. It also defining the structure of the government. What is government? What government can do? What government cannot do? Okay. Why? What are the limits of the government? What are the organs? Government has three important organs. The executive. Executive means officers. Government officers, official. What they have to do? Do's and don'ts of the executive. And what are the legislature? Legislature means MP, MLAs. What are the do's and don'ts of the MPs and MLAs? Legislature. And finally, judiciary. What judiciary? Judiciary means court. What are the limits of the judiciary, legislature, executive? What are the do's and what are the don'ts? What they have to do, what they not have to do. So these all are completely written in our constitution. If they go against of the constitution, they will be punished. Second, other side, it also indicating the nature of future society. Indicating the nature of the future society. In the future, it also in the future what kind of the problems will come, what are the solutions also it can be given to us. And with the joint effort, the state and society can provide a better future. So this is the double purpose of the constitution. Outlining role and rights of the citizen as well as defining the structure of the government and its organs like executive, legislature, judiciary. And another side, indicating the nature of the future society. Nature Nature of the future society. What kind of the future will be there in upcoming days? That nature also it can be decided. So this is the double purpose of the constitution. It may be come for 2 marks. It may be come for the 2 marks. Yeah. In the beginning, in this topic, we have learned that Nepal abolished their monarchy. Nepal, they abolished their monarchy. They started to draft interim constitution. Still now, Nepal in 2007, interim constitution. Interim means temporary. Interim means what? Temporary. Temporary constitution was brought. Temporary constitution was drafted. Temporary constitution was made till 2015. Till 2015, constitution not completed. Constitution not completed. Sir, why this constitution was not completed? In our Indian constitution was completed in 2 years, 11 months, 18 days. 2 years, 11 months, 18 days. In this period, our Indian constitution completed. But why Nepal constitution was not completed in this period? So only one important thing is you have to understand that different political trends of Nepal could not come to a common agreement. Example, I am making one law. For example, I made one law. That law consists of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 20 points. So whenever I made certain laws which is consist 20 points, yeah, the discussion, yeah, I am making this law. Rule number 1 is this, rule number 2 is this, 4, 5 indicating some rules. But whenever all members accept, means 2/3 of the majority, 2/3 of the majority accept this law will be there. This law will be accepted. But in the Nepal, different political trends of Nepal could not come on a common agreement. Example, if sir, third one is not correct, you remove the third one. Fourth one is correct, not correct, fourth one is removed. And you can add a new one, 21, new one. We can add. So the making of the constitution, making of a law can be go different situation. Whenever we have to make a law, we completed in 2 years, 11 months, 18 days. All the people, 2/3 of the majority people were accepted. Yes, this is the correct. Yes, this is the correct. All members were accepted, and finally we made. But in Nepal, nobody were accepting. Whatever law they are taking, majority people were not accepting. Because of that, they started 2007 to 2015. Finally, in 2015 September, October, the Nepal they drafted their constitution. They took long time, very long time they took because of the common agreement. If anybody makes law, we have to find out the defects and we have to tell them and we have to remove the defects and we have to add. We have to add something so that they are not adding, they are not removing the defects. Completely they are not accepting. So how the process of making the constitution? What is the process? How we can make the constitution? How we can make the constitution? First, the process of making constitution. First one is debate. First one is debate. Debate will be going on. Debate after discussion. Debate after discussion. Discussion after ironing out differences. Ironing out differences. Yeah, ironing out differences. These differences, debate. First is debate. First, let us talk about the debate. Yeah, for example, Union Home Minister Amit Shah introduced on 8th August, on 2020, abolition of Article 370. Whenever abolition of Article 370, there are lot of discussion, lot of debate was going on in Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Each and every question they raised. So somebody they are raising, sir, how this law you are taking out? Why you are removing this law? The people may suffer a lot. So many members are raising their questions. Whenever they are raising questions, when they are discussing about that is called as debate. That is called as debate. What is the law? What is happening? So completely they are understanding the rules, understanding the law. That is the debate. Debate after, there will be a broad discussion need to be happen on the law. Discussion. This point is correct. This point is correct. If any point is not correct, that can be removed. Any point is not correct, where majority people were not accept, that have to be removed. Or in place, they can be make strong that law. We have to make very strong that line, that sentence. So that is debate, discussion, and ironing out differences. Ironing out differences means whatever the differences are there, the differences can be removed. We have to remove the difference. Example, we have to make certain point is there. Clause, article number 2, clause number A, subsection B. So some point is, it is not correct. Somebody raised that clause number 2A, subclause B, it is not correct. How you will do this? You remove this. Then it can be removed. It can be removed or it can be modified. It can be removed or it can be modified. And those people were questioning, that people may satisfy. That people may satisfy. Hence, till the satisfaction of the majority of the people, changes will be happening in the session. So the constitution will make this process: debate, discussion, ironing out differences, and working out a frame with the acceptance of all. Acceptance of all. You remember the word acceptance of all. Acceptance of all means majority of the people have to be accept. Example, Article 370 was abolished because majority of the people were accepted. Then it became a law. So whenever the conflicts will come, whenever the conflicts will be there, why the conflicts are coming? Why? What is the issue? So the issue related, they sort out. They slowly, they remove the issues. They sort out the problems. They discuss on them. The differences will be removed. Whenever we remove the differences, whenever we remove the unnecessary things, then the law will become very perfect. Okay. So this is the process to make the constitution. Let us see now how our Indian constitution was made. That is the same process or any other procedure is there? Yeah. You might have that in 1946, Britain said that we are ready to give independence. Labour Party Prime Minister, Labour Party PM, his name is Attlee. Labour Party Prime Minister Attlee. Attlee said that we are ready to give independence to India. Then the discussion was started. If they give independence to India, so that India need an independent constitution. Till that we followed British constitution. So that Britishers have sent one committee in 1946. Cabinet Mission Plan came. This we also discussed in the previous section. Cabinet Mission. So British government sent this cabinet mission. This cabinet mission, they came to India and discussion started in related to how to make constitution. What is the purpose of the constitution? So they came to give ideas to us. Cabinet mission plan. Cabinet mission members, 3 members, they came to India to discuss about Indian constitution, how we have to make Indian constitution, how we have to do the process, and what are the do's and what are the don'ts. So that this cabinet mission came to India to advise how to make Indian constitution. Okay, let us see. According to the recommendations of the Constituent Assembly, cabinet mission suggested that formation of Constituent Assembly. Yeah, they advised that India need constitution. To make constitution, one assembly is needed. That assembly is called as Constituent Assembly. Okay, Constituent Assembly. So these Constituent Assembly members were elected. These members were elected from provincial assemblies. Yeah. Each and every provinces. You know that at the time Britain have in India 11 provinces. They have 11 provinces in India. So that in 11 provinces, from 11 provinces, some percent of the people were elected. These people are elected. I repeat, Constituent Assembly members were elected from the provincial assemblies. I repeat, Constituent Assembly members were elected from the provincial assemblies. How many provinces were there at the time? 11 provinces were there. In 11 provinces, different assemblies were there. So these were elected. Yeah. These were allotted seats. And the seats also allotted. Seats also allotted to the provinces and princely states. Allotted to the provinces plus princely states. Princely states means they wanted to make a constitution of India that includes the provinces, that also includes the princely states. Princely states means the states, the kingdoms which are under the control of the kings, so that they are appointing the members also from the kingdoms, and they are appointing the persons from the British provinces. They are electing the persons from the British's area and also King's area. British's area and King's area. So that let us see from the provinces. 292 members were elected. 292 members were elected from the provinces. From the princely states. From the princely states, very less members were elected. 93 members were elected because princely states also less at the time. Very less princely states were there. It includes Hindus. Members are taken Hindus, Muslims, Sikhs, Hindus. Hindu members also added. Muslim members also added. Sikh members also added. And SCs. 26 members SCs also added. And women's 9 members women's totally include 389 members. 389 members were elected for the Constituent Assembly. Constituent Assembly. 389 members were elected in the Constituent Assembly. But 90 members were left of Pakistan. Minus 90 because after the separation, 1946, so this is 1946. So 1947 Pakistan separated. So Pakistan members were left. So how many members are there completely? 290 members. 299 members. Total Constituent Assembly members were 299 members. These 299 members they started to make our constitution. They started to collect certain information from different countries. They started to read different countries' constitutions. From the 299 members, Babu Rajendra Prasad was President of the Constituent Assembly. CA means Constituent Assembly. Then, so from 299 members, one member was elected as the President of Constituent Assembly, that is Babu Rajendra Prasad, and one member, drafting committee chairman was elected. He is Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, Bhimrao Ambedkar. Constituent Assembly members not directly elected. Not directly means members indirectly elected. Better to write indirectly elected. Indirectly elected means only 10% of the people elected them. Only 10% of the people. Those time voting rights were there with the very less people. Only 10% of the population elected the member of the Constituent Assembly. I repeat, 10% of the people they elected the Constituent Assembly member, and these members were indirectly elected. And one more important point is that princely states members were not elected. I am reading here. Princely state members. How princely state members were added? Sir, you said that 292 members you wrote here. 292 members were indirectly elected. Remaining 93. These princely states, 93 members were nominated. These were nominated means Britishers are asked the kings to send certain representative to take part in the Constituent Assembly, because Britishers they believed that after the independence, so princely states also will become a part of Indian Union. I repeat, why Britishers are send letters, invitation to the kings? Because they thought that independent kingdoms, those princely states under the rule of kings, they thought that they also merge in India. They also will become a part of Indian Union. So that's what Britishers wanted to add the princely state members also in the Constituent Assembly. I repeat, for them also they have thought that they will become a member of the Constituent Assembly because they thought that princely state also will join in Indian Union. But they did not join. But we know that they did not join. That again Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel took action on them. Muslim League in the previous days, they also did not attend for the meeting. They also not interested to join in the Constituent Assembly. But finally, they elected. Finally, they joined in the Constituent Assembly meeting. You have to understand that all kind of the people wrote letters whenever they are making constitution. So we want this, we want that, we want do this, that, this, all. Many people they wrote letter to the Constituent Assembly member. We want this rule, we want that rule, we want this rule. Because if we forget, appoint a member in the Constituent Assembly from Christians. If all members are elected, Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, SC, ST, OC, BC, EC, all members are there. But Christian was not there. When Christians were not there, so Christian also they have to show their discontent. So, sir, Christians, what kind of the laws they want? What Christians need? What are their aspirations? What are their faith? How do we know? SCs were added. What actually the SCs need? Then the SCs will tell, sir, we have the SCs. SCs want this kind of the rules. STs want this kind of the rules. OBCs want this kind of the rules. Women's want this kind of the rules. So women's also, 9 members of the women's also appointed in the Constituent Assembly because each and every community was added in the Constituent Assembly. You have to understand that Constituent Assembly members, they do not represent the country those times, but whatever they wrote the Constitution, that represent to the country. That represent to the country all. Okay? Next, 13 December 1946, Jawaharlal Nehru made a historical speech that is called as objective resolution. So this objective resolution word was not mentioned in the textbook. But 13th December 1946, historical speech was given by Jawaharlal Nehru that we are going to make such a great constitution which can fulfill the faith and aspirations of the people of the country. Okay, so that is based on this resolution, based on the objectives declared by the Nehru on 13th December 1946, our constitution was made. Finally, drafting committee we took that 2 years, 11 months, 18 days we took time. Okay, and we know that on 26th November 1949, the constitution was adopted. Ready? We made our constitution by 26th November 1946, but we enforced our constitution. Our constitution being implemented from 26th January 1950 onwards, our constitution is enforced. Our constitution came into effect. Sir, why this date was kept 26th January? Why not 1st January? Why not December 1949? Why this 26th January? Because it has historical significance. 26th January has historical significance. That is 1930, January 26, we celebrated our first Independence Day. On January 26. To give importance to that situation, we wantedly adopted our constitution on 26th January. Or else it is better on New Year we can adopt. Because constitution was ready on the 26th only. 27 also, 26 November also we can adopt. December 1st also we can adopt. December 31st also we can adopt. January 1st also we can adopt. But why only on 26th January? Because it has historical significance. 1930 January 26, we celebrated our first Independence Day. To remember that great day, so wantedly we adopted our constitution, enforced our constitution on 26 January 1950. This is our first lecture. This is our part. I hope you understand what is the significance of the constitution, how the constitution will be made. Thank you.